What's up everyone? Today we're down at Hendrick BMW Northlake and we're going to take a look at this 2022 BMW 530i. So huge shout out to them for providing this sedan for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. All of that information is down in the description below. But the 530i that you see behind me is finished off in dark graphite metallic and it has an MSRP just under $57,000. And now to start off today's review, we're going to take a look at what powers this 530i. So I have the vehicle locked right now. You can see this is the key fob for it, and with the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket, all I need to do is grab on the door handle where you can hear it automatically unlock, and we'll go down to just underneath here, pull on the hood latch twice. You can get a sneak peek of this beautiful interior. But as we work our way to the front now, all we have to do is pull this up, of course. And here is the 2-liter twin power turbo 4-cylinder engine. It's paired with the 8-speed automatic transmission and pumps out 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. This model is rear-wheel drive, however, all-wheel drive is available, and it weighs in right around 3,700 pounds, so it'll do 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, which is pretty impressive for this 4-cylinder engine. It also has a top speed of 130 miles an hour and a fuel capacity of 18 gallons, so you can expect to see around 25 miles per gallon in the city and 33 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 117.1 inches. Its overall length is 195.8. It has a width of 73.5 and a height of 58.2 inches. And now as we work our way to the exterior for the 530i, we're going to start up front here with the kidney design for the grille. So you'll see on this model it's finished off in chrome with the gloss black vertical slats running throughout it. And this model also has active grille shutters located just behind those. So those will open and close depending on speed to help better improve with aerodynamics and better cooling for this engine. You'll also notice that this model has adaptive LED headlights, LED DRLs, and LED turn signals. And it's really nice too how the turn signal / DRL is just this outer portion here. So you'll see the DRL running on the middle. When you have the turn signal on, it'll split up that outer section. It just gives it a very nice design. I love this upper section here within the housing. Matches well with this grille. You'll also notice this model has parking sensors up front, nice cutouts in the lower section of the bumper, and functional air inlets on both sides too. So this will help with better aerodynamics and channel all of the airflow right around the front tires and exit out a side trim piece, which we'll see here soon. So we have a very nice classic BMW front end design with great lines running down the hood as well. And as we make our way to the side profile, you'll see this model has a nice set of 19-inch wheels with a multi-spoke design to them, a little bit of a two-tone finish, so it really looks good against this exterior color. This is that trim piece that I was mentioning. This is a functional heat extraction vent, or basically for the airflow to go around the front tire and exit out of that trim piece. This model also has body-colored side mirrors. You can see the integrated turn signal, as well as the lower base being finished off in gloss black. Really nice trim running around the windows, and this model does have a sunroof as well. What I love about the side profile of the 530i, we have a very distinctive line from the front fender going just above the front door handle and then splits off just underneath that all the way to the back. You can see it has a really nice contour design to it, just gives it a great side profile look. Smoother lines run in the lower section from that trim piece on the lower section of the door there. And then as we work our way to the rear end here, you can see we have the LED taillights. They have a really nice design to them. They go right into the trunk. You can see the backup camera just underneath the BMW badge. And we have the dual exhaust. There's a gloss black trim piece running right through the middle of the bumper as well. So we have a very clean exterior design for the 530i. But now it's time to take a look at the interior. I already showed how to work this with the key fob, so we do have it unlocked at the moment. And now we can move on to this door panel. You'll see we have a two-tone design, really nice leather. You can see the wood trim in the upper section, brushed aluminum just underneath that, separating that from the leather. We have more brushed aluminum on the release handle. You can see lock and unlock in front of that. This also has a few memory seating adjustments. You can see all the window controls, side mirror adjustments. We have the grab handle too, as well as the release for the rear trunk. You can see there's a good amount of storage space in the lower section of the door too. And this also has the 12-speaker audio sound system. And you can see that leather extends to the interior now, where you can see more leather on these seats. They are heated too, have a really nice design running down the insert. Great bolstering support too. And the front portion of the seat is adjustable. So you can pull the tab up underneath to pull this forwards or backwards to make you a little bit more comfortable. Down on the sides, you can see all of the automatic controls. And now as we work our way to the steering wheel now, we can hop inside, where you can see it's completely covered in solid black leather. We have more of that brushed aluminum running on the lower section. And now that we're inside with my foot on the brake, we have the engine start stop button to the right side of the steering wheel, as well as the engine start stop feature. It's time to start this up. You'll hear the BMW chime. And looking at this digital gauge cluster now, you'll see over on the left side, we have the fuel gauge as well as the miles per hour. On the right side is the tach and the engine temperature. You can see right now that the map is currently right in the center. So it's really nice to have that. If it's pulled up on the center screen, it will be pulled up on the digital gauge cluster as well. You'll also notice too, there's some more information right inside of the tach, where you can use this button over on the left side of the steering wheel here on the top of the turn signal stock, and you can go through some other information. So you can look at your horsepower and torque in live readouts. So if I give the vehicle some gas, you can see those adjust. If I push on it again, you can see a G-force meter. There's also the music. You can pull up what driving mode that you're in, as well as what gear you're in. So of course we're in park right now. You can also look at your MPG. You can also see the speed limit sign as well. And then as we make our way back to the steering wheel, over on the left side is all of the cruise control settings. On the right side, you have volume and tuning for the radio, as well as the voice commands and Bluetooth. If you push on this button here, that's just a shortcut to the radio, so you can go between all of that. You'll also notice too, we have the brushed aluminum paddle shifters. They have a really nice design to them, match well with the rest of the steering wheel. And then looking at the left side here, there's a little bit of a storage bin down below if you need to use that. We have all the headlight controls as well as the parking lights. You can see one air vent. Really nice to see all of this trim. So we have the wood trim, the brushed aluminum, piano black, and of course the leather. And then as we work our way to this large center screen now, there's a lot of information. This is a touchscreen system, or you can use all of the buttons down below. So we have map and navigation, menu, media, phone, the rotary dial just behind that, and then back and option. So I just clicked on menu right now, where it will pull up this screen here. So you can see navigation as well as radio and phone. I can use the rotary dial now to keep scrolling over. So you can pull up some MPG data as well as traffic and the compass. And then one more time, you can see the date as well as the weather, any news that you want to look at. So that is the home screen. If I bump left on that rotary dial, now we're over on the far left here, where you can go to your media, phone, pull up that navigation as you just saw. If I click on car now, we can go into vehicle status. You can go to your car care, different driver profiles. There's a lot of information that you can go through within this. You can even pull up your owner's manual too if you need to search something real quick. So it's nice to see that. And then the last one is apps. So this does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Of course, you can go through some other installed apps too, like your BMW messages, news, anything like that. Very helpful to have that. And as I mentioned earlier, this is a touchscreen system too, so you can push on these buttons here to get you back to home. You can go through all this information here to customize it, and then quickly just push on these if you need to. It has a really large screen, so it's great to go through all of that info. As we work our way below that now, you'll see all this piano black. We have two buttons right in the center. On the left side is the hazards. On the right side is the intelligent safety. So you can go in and configure this for your forward collision, your lane departure, you have steering intervention, as well as the active blind spot. Really nice to have that shortcut right in the middle. You can see an air vent on both sides of that. And then below that, we have power and volume for the radio as well as mode. There's also presets just below that. If I swipe my finger across them, you can see on the top of the screen, they will pop up. And then below that, you can see an LCD screen for the climate control. So it's really nice to have that separate from the upper screen. So you'll notice we have dual zone for driver and passenger. Menu right in the center actually pops up top, where you have heated and ventilation. You can go through all of these different settings if you need to. Makes it very convenient. You also notice we have the heated seat controls as well as the temperature adjustments for driver and passenger. You can sync these, you can control where you'd like the air to go. And then as we work our way below that, you'll see two cup holders as well as a 12 volt, a USB, and a good amount of storage space where you could put your phone if you need to. And then we can close that up. You'll see this beautiful wood trim piece. And then over on the left side, we have the shifter. And if I just push on the trigger on the left side and go all the way up, that is of course for reverse, where you'll see the backup camera along with the sensors over on the right side. If I swipe over here, you can just put on the parking sensors if you'd like to. Of course, having the backup camera there with the guidelines is really good for a vehicle like this. Going all the way into the drive mode, you just push it all the way down and you can pop it over for manual mode if you'd like to. And then P on the top there is of course for park. You'll also notice we have traction control on the left side, as well as the different driving modes. So if I click on Sport, you'll see up in the gauge cluster here, we have a different color for Sport and Sport Individual compared to Comfort, where it will turn a little bit more orange. And then for Eco and Eco Pro, it will turn blue and completely change that tack there. So it's really nice how you have a few different driving modes depending on how you'd like to drive this. You'll notice just behind that too, we have the parking sensors, which you can turn on and off, as well as the electronic parking brake and the auto hold. As we make our way to the center armrest now, I'll just push the button up front. It has the split style design to it. You can see there's a lot of storage, as well as a USB-C if you need to use that. And then as we work our way to the glove box, definitely a lot of room for all of your information that needs to go down there. You can see more of that wood and brushed aluminum trim running all the way to the passenger air vent. And as I mentioned earlier, this does have a sunroof. We have that control up in the center here. We can automatically open that up, as well as tilting the sunroof too. And then you'll also notice we have the dome lights on both sides, as well as a call button on the back side. But now it's time to take a look at the rear seats for this 530i, so we can shut this off. You'll hear the BMW chime there. And as we work our way to the back seats now, you can see we have the same design on the door panel. There's actually a lot of space. So at 5'10", I'll go ahead and hop in. I have the front seat set at my height, plenty of room for my feet and my legs. You can also see there's a mini storage bin behind both front seats, and I have around 2 or 3 inches above my head, where you can also see we have the dome lights right in the middle. There's also air vents, so your backseat passengers can have that. A little bit of storage space, along with a 12-volt and 2 USB-C ports. And right in the center, we do have an armrest. There are 2 more cup holders here if you need to use those. And these back seats do fold down as well. You can pull this one right here, so they have a 40-20-40 split to them. You can put in any larger items if you need to, if you have someone on both sides. And of course, you can fold all of them down, giving you a really flat surface for this sedan, making it a lot more versatile, which is great to see. And then last up, it's time to take a look at the trunk storage space. And I can just use the button up underneath the BMW badge. We do have the power trunk, so it'll automatically open up. And you'll see there's a ton of room in the back with the back seats up. We have some tie-down hooks, really nice flat surface right in the middle. You'll also notice over on the passenger side, there's a compartment here, so you can place items there. Over on the right side, there is a net along with this hidden storage bin, so you can just open that up. You can see there's a toolkit down there, but it's nice to store any items there if you need to. And then of course, with the back seats folded down, all you have to do is pull this tab on the passenger side, pull that tab on the driver's side, and you can see you can pack in a lot of items for this sedan if you need to. And then up top, you can close and lock the vehicle, or push the left one and it will automatically close. And so now it's time to get the 530i out on the road. You can see we have a pretty large opening for the door, making it very easy to enter and exit. And again, like we did earlier, we can start this up. You'll hear that BMW chime a few times as we get everything situated here, put the vehicle into drive. Let's go ahead and pop it over into the manual setting. We have the vehicle warmed up so we can test out these paddle shifters. And not doing anything too crazy, but we are up to speed just like that. It's very smooth in these shifts as well. And it's a very quiet driving vehicle too. So far, I've put a few miles on it before starting the test drive portion here. And it's very comfortable. I don't have any issues with the road noise or wind noise, even large trucks like that passing. It's a very comfortable ride. It's a great spot to be if you're going to be daily driving this. And I still have it in comfort mode at the moment. We're gonna downshift a few gears here as we take this turn. Now, while this is not a performance BMW, so it doesn't have the M Sport package, which I believe you can get for the 530, it still handles pretty well. Coming around some of those turns, you don't really feel the body roll all that much. So it's very well planted for this style of vehicle. But let's go ahead and pop it into a sport mode now. You'll see the gauge cluster change. We also have the center screen there, so you can configure that if you'd like to. And again, just going at a normal rate of speed around that turn, it handles them fine. So I really love how this is driving. I'm not sure if it's going to get a little bit louder for sport mode, so we'll drop it down to second gear here. You can hear it a little bit more. I can feel some of the shifts just have a little bit more of a feel to them. So that's great. It's nothing crazy. It's not gonna throw me back in the seat, but I could feel them just a little bit. And while we have some traffic in front of us here, we can move on to this interior. As you've already seen in today's video, very beautiful interior. For the price point, you have a lot of upscale materials with all of this leather, the wood trim, the brushed aluminum. It's a very nice, almost a base model 530i, but it is fully loaded with the navigation and this very nice interior. So as far as driving this on a daily basis, it's definitely going to give you a lot of space. I love how the back seats fold down, making this a very practical sedan where you can throw in a lot of items. Before we come up to this sharp right turn, quick visibility test. You can see over that right shoulder, look over the left shoulder. It's very open on the inside, especially with having the sunroof open. I love the amount of glass that there is. And coming around this turn now, a little bit of power out of it for what I can do here. And it's definitely not slow. For the 2-liter 4-cylinder, it has some pep to it, which is really nice. We can test out its turning radius now on this road here. Get a view of that backup camera. Being a daily, this is going to be in parking lot situations where you're going to have to maneuver it. So just getting to the grass there. This is a tight road. I don't have to turn. You can hear that forward-facing sensor doing its job, so you can definitely maneuver this in some tighter situations. Right, and back on the gas in automatic mode, and we're up to speed just like that. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very comfortable to drive. I love the seating position. I love these notches that are on both sides of the steering wheel too. Definitely gives you a good grip. Paddle shifters are in a great spot. And it's a very quiet vehicle. While you can hear the engine under the acceleration, even in sport mode, it's not really that loud. So cruising at a normal rate of speed, very, very quiet on the interior here. But I think that's going to wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive, getting behind the wheel of this 2022 BMW 530i. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely check out Hendrick BMW Northlake. I'll have all their information down in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.